गोल्स के करीब पहुंचना हो तो बिना घबराए बने रहिए अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के साथ। म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आर सब्जेक्ट टू मार्केट रिस्क्स। रीड ऑल स्कीम रिलेटेड डॉक्यूमेंट्स केयरफुली।
Trust EPCO for all the furniture hardware. EPCO, simplifying lives.
Oh, something which was missed out. Overstepping there, Yuzvendra Chahal. So there's one more delivery and it's a free hit.
Criminal, that for a spinner. Especially a last ball in such a good over. Now, Finch has got a free run at it.
With the umpires, with the third umpire calling the no ball, you can always be summoned back into bowling that extra delivery. Hell is that he can change the field, because it was Steve Smith on strike the previous delivery.
गाइस, हर मैच में पार्टी तो बनती है ना?
आज तो पार्टी पक्की।
लेकिन कैसे?
मैं करता हूँ ना कुछ अरेंज।
उस्ताद, कहाँ है शादी? तू बस तैयार रहे। किसके लिए तैयार?
With a life-loving spirit, and no matter where you're from, you can share in this way of life when you bring Jacobs Creek to the table.
जब हो जुबां पे केसर और जोश दिलों में, तो इंडिया खेलेगा अपने ही अंदाज से। विमल, बोलो जुबां केसरी।
Navdeep, he bowled 4, has not gotten any wickets so far, none for 25. What have we made of him today, Ajit?
I mean, he's been impressive since he's made his debut. Sometimes you don't want to look at raw numbers. You can see the promise that he has. He's got, I mean, obviously has the pace. He gets bounce, can be a wicket taker, and hopefully that's how India look at him. We've seen how one-day cricket goes these days. You don't pick wickets with 5 fielders inside the ring. It just keeps getting harder. It has been a slowish pitch. So you've got to bowl a little bit differently. He's probably had to pull his length back a little bit coming first change. That economy in the first 4 is okay for me.
Also looking at the pace, there was this chat about him having a little bit of spasm coming into this game. Do you feel that he's going full tilt? This was the wicket of David Warner. A bit of a deliberation umpire Paul Rifle had to relook at those replays, the snicker, and then finally made the decision in the favour of the bowling team. KL Rahul was adamant that he had got the nick. Can't make out what that smile says.
I think he was convinced he's not nicked it, but you could see the deflection. The more you look at it, there is certainly a deflection. Look at the bowling at the moment. The only worry for India is there's just one in that wickets column. They need a few more. Saini's being brought back at the moment with Smith just new to the crease. They need a couple of wickets to pull this game back.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to start well. This is the first ODI. It's going to be a hard and arduous tour. Australia always is. And especially with these two batsmen, Warner and Smith, back in the team. And the kind of start Australia has had today. They need something special to pull this back.
They do, and India's gone in this game with just 5 bowlers, so they don't have another option. You can see that. I mean, class player, doesn't take time. Nothing wrong with that ball, just of good length, but still manages to place it for a couple.
In familiar territory, aren't they? Both Smith and Warner, both New South Welshmen, know this surface pretty well. And anyways, with the bat in hand, he just becomes a different animal.
Does that. You can see he knows these conditions. There hasn't been as much cricket at the SCG this season for obvious reasons. Maybe that's one of the reasons for this sluggishness. But there's so much time left in the game for Australia after that good start. A few dots are not going to hurt them at this stage.
169 for 1.
Kiss me, close your eyes and miss me. I can reach your lips on your fingertips. And happiness
Cadbury, sir.
in your eyes.
How far will you go for love?
Maruti Suzuki Ertiga. Technology meets style.
You know John? We met him on the way up. You guys are coming after to watch the match?
Yes.
Let me guess, you met them on the way up.
We met just now.
Into his 7th over. Looking for that wicket because he can provide one.
Nice music.
Yeah, I mean, that's been one of his strengths. Just always prepared to take that chance. He is one of those brave bowlers. Doesn't matter what stage of the innings he comes on. And you need that. You need wicket takers in your team. Keeps getting harder otherwise as the game progresses.
Takes it on the full and puts it away.
Yeah, just a freebie. He's done that before. Chahal tries to throw it up every now and then. This time, Smith very quick to latch on it, and there's always a gap there, especially with 5 fielders in the ring. Great players don't miss the ball when they have to place it.
Yeah, it is tough for a spinner, especially those 40 overs in between where you've got one fielder less, especially on the onside. You're always trying to plug the gap. Where do you keep it? Is it fine? Is it in front? It depends on the batsman. And there are certain batsmen who play different types of sweep shots, so it's always a conundrum where to keep them. And he's a class act. Steve Smith, one cannot forget the 100 he got on a raging minefield at Pune. The way he played. But what about this ground? Such a historic ground.
Here again, both batsmen so quick on their feet. The bowler sometimes has to pull his length back, and at the moment Finch is not going to miss out. You can see how quick the outfield is as well. It always is at the SCG. These are ominous signs for India.
Yeah, both of us picked the same 11, or the likely 11 which we thought India would go into. And throwing it wide outside, saw him coming down the track. Again, they're so good on these surfaces. They know what the gaps are. Even somebody as quick as Hardik Pandya couldn't stop the two.